Hey, hi guys, insight number 2 coming from my new garden in this lovely cold winter sun, but I thought, sunny, let's enjoy it. Sorry, he's a bit of a mess, but it's just so nice out here. Just taking a moment to actually pause and be one with nature. A bit windy and it's cold, but so nice. Okay, anyway, so we're in 2 Kings chapter 4. And we've looked at the first miracle. This is like a kind of a relationship and series of miracles that you can read in verses 9 through 37. We're going to look at first of all, we're going to look at verses 9 and 10. See the beginning of this. So let's have a read of that. It says, so I got my big massive Bible down here because it's too heavy to lift with one hand. And she said unto her husband, Behold, now I perceive that this is an holy man of God, which passeth by us continually. Because Elisha was traveling around, doing what a prophet does, teach the people, look after the people, minister to the people. And he would stop at their place, as they obviously had room, and would eat bread. So she says to her husband, I perceive that he comes by here often. So she says, Let us make a little chamber, I pray thee, on the wall, and let us set for him there a bed, and a table, and a stool, and a candlestick. And it shall be, when he cometh to us, that he shall turn in thither. So it's like making a designated space for this guest that would come by often, so that he had somewhere to stay and sleep. And she just ministered with what she had. It's like, we have these extra things in the home. We've got an extra little bed we can put there. We've got a little table. We've got a candlestick spare. It shouldn't go out and buy anything extra. It was just with what she had to accommodate and serve who she could where she was. So this comes back to that hospitality code, and are you hospitable? How are you welcoming to, not necessarily into your home even, but just to people in general? Are you kind? Do you have a kind demeanor? What are you doing to welcome others? Do you feel hospitality has disappeared from the world? Because this came up in my institute class, just over a month ago now, where one of my students said, is it just me, or has everyone just stopped being kind to one another? And I'm like, oh no, hon, it's not just you. I recognize this daily when I go out through the shops, and people are just so cruel. And I'll say to the shop assistant, it's out of stock, it's not your fault, it's okay. We know it's shipping delays, it's fine, I can have another one, but thank you for looking. And you can be polite about it. There's no need for the nastiness that's existing out there, and the lack of respect, and even just going to get a park. There's no more letting people in or being kind while you're driving. It's just all me, and stress. It's just take a moment to calm, because in serving others is where you find true peace, because that's part of, you serve Christ. So by serving others, you're serving Christ, and that brings true peace into your life. But I included these verses because we see here a woman served by observing a need, then accommodating the need with what she already has. She is happy in her place, not seeking accolades, just doing what she can do where she is. And you can read that in, where are we? Verse 13, end of verse 13, where Elisha, and thanks to her, and we're going to look at that, the next one, cover that, start off in verse 13. Has, and thanks to her for doing this and accommodating him, being hospitable to him and welcoming, says, what can I do for you? And she's like, no, I'm fine. I just dwell here with my people, meaning I'm happy in my space. I know that I'm doing what I can where I am. I don't need to be named. I don't need fame and fortune. I don't need more money. I don't need more clothes. I'm good. I'm actually good where I am. Thank you, though. I just actually wanted to serve and make you feel welcome. She didn't actually need anything back. He blesses her with something anyway, which we'll talk about in insight number 3. But she was just serving where she was. And we can all do that. We can all serve with what we have, where we are. We don't need to go buy anything. We can just give someone a text, give them a call, talk to them, listen. We can share some of the fruit of our trees. If we've got a lemon tree that we have here in this new house, and loaded with lemons, and we've been able to share them with so many people. Because there's no way we're ever going to have all of them. This just seems like a simple thing, and yet it means a lot to someone else. So there's a lot you can do without actually going and spending money, or really taking you out of your way to inconvenience you. None of this that she did inconvenienced her. She was just grateful she could do it. So there you go. Lifting where she stands. That's what it is. It's Elder Uchtdorf that talked about that. Lift where you stand. If we all did this, the world would be a remarkable place, wouldn't it? So a great reminder to us to lift and to serve where we stand, right where you are. Just be kind to those in your immediate sphere. Remember those people when you go out into the world that maybe don't have, or you're interacting with at shops, or you're waiting in a line and someone's frustrated and they're edgy. So if you can let them go ahead of you, then let them go ahead of you. If it's going to help them, then help them. It's a simple thing. The simple little things that you do, those little acts of kindness every day, accommodating people where you are, lifting where you stand, makes all the difference to someone else. It really does. Elder Uchtdorf simply said, lift where you stand, where you are. Just do what you can with what you have where you are, because that will make a difference. So yeah, I just thought I'd bring those verses in there because I'm very passionate about that hospitality and that kindness. So yeah, there you go. She was a great woman. That's what it starts off with, a great woman. In verse 8, there was a great woman, and I'm like, I'd like to be known as that, a great woman. I don't need to be known by name. I just want to do service, and yeah, thanks is enough. I don't need anything back. I'm good. I'm good with my people. I'm good where I am. All right, hang around for insight number 3. We're going to talk more about this great woman. Okay, I'll see you there.